Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you guys how to set up Sentry Mode. Once you guys have your flash drive set up and have the flash drive plugged in and everything. One thing I will note is that there are a few steps to getting the flash drive set up. What I'll do is I'm going to make there's going to be a second part to this video that actually explains how to set up the flash drive before you actually plug it into your Tesla. It's not a complicated process, but there are a few steps in order to get that done correctly. And so I'll explain that stuff later, and I will put a timestamp in the video as well to show, or a timestamp down below to show where that starts if you want to skip ahead to that for some reason. Okay, so as you can see here, this is actually where if there is an event that happens while you're away from the car and your car is locked, you have Sentry Mode active, this is where it actually tells you that there has been an event. So if someone came close to the car, tried to open up the doors or anything, or they were just within the vicinity, or really close to the car, the car will catch that and start recording. It also puts up a nice Sentry Mode and recording screen, so if someone is trying to mess with the car and they look into the car, you will see that screen, and it does say that it's recording, so that way hopefully that would deter someone from trying to mess with the car anymore. Anyway, so I will let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you guys how to set that up. So once you got your flash drive plugged in, what you're going to do is you're going to hit this little car here in the left or bottom left hand corner, hit safety and security, scroll down, and you can hit the on or off button here. This turns Sentry Mode on or off. This allows you to exclude certain locations, so you can exclude your home, you can exclude your work, or exclude certain favorites. These are set up in your navigation. You can also tell your car, or if you want, you can set it up so you can save certain clips whenever you honk the horn. So it'll quickly save those clips to the flash drive from there as well. And that's pretty much all there is to it, to setting up Sentry Mode. What I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. If you do want to cut it on and off quickly, you can also hit this button here, and that turns Sentry Mode on or off. So you guys can see that there. Another thing you can do that's really cool is if you want to save your dash cam view or footage, if you want to save that footage really quickly, like say you witness an accident or something happens near the car that you just have to have the footage for, you can hit that button real quick and hit save footage, and it should save, I believe it's the last 10 minutes worth of footage to your flash drive. So if you witness an accident or anything like that, you can hand that off to the police or whoever you need to give the footage to in that case. Another cool thing is, which this is brand new, is you actually have the dash cam viewer. And if you want to launch the viewer, you just hit that button and hit there. That wasn't a feature before. Previously, you had to take the flash drive out of the car or unplug it and plug it into another device in order for you to view the footage. And now we actually have, with the latest update, we have the ability to view the footage in the car, which is absolutely amazing. The flash drive that I have actually has a lightning port on the other end, so that way I can plug it directly into my phone. I found that as the simplest solution to that problem before, so I could view the video on my phone. But now, that's not even necessary anymore. So any flash drive should work. I will put the recommended specs for the flash drives, what Tesla recommends, down below as well, because there are a few specifications that they recommend. Also, I will say that when you go to format your flash drive, it needs to be FAT32. If it's not FAT32, if it's like NTFS or something else, that won't work. So the file storage system needs to be FAT32. I did try to make it NTFS and plug it in, and just to see if with the new update it would work. It did not. So if you want your Sentry Mode and you want to be able to actually work properly, you have to have that. And that's things I'll explain later in the later part of the video. Anyway, let's go ahead and hit Launch Viewer real quick. And this allows you to actually see the different clips, your different Sentry Mode clips. So if I hit here, I can see all clips, I can see Sentry Mode clips, and I can see your dash cam video. So those are things that I saved. So let's just hit Sentry Mode real quick, and let's just pick one. Let's try this one actually. You could scroll back and forth. So yeah, you can see here. You can hit different areas around the car. So let's scroll up a little bit so you can kind of see me here. This is a pretty nefarious guy here. Try to mess with the car. And so on. Anyway, well, that is pretty much the Sentry Mode in a nutshell. Like I said, here in a second I will go into how to set up the flash drive. All right, well, thank you guys. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to set up your flash drive to work with your Tesla for Sentry Mode. So the first thing that I would do is download this MiniTool Partitioning Wizard, and I'll have a link for that below. This Partitioning Wizard is really easy to use, and the reason that I use this instead of doing it through Windows is because the particular flash drive that I'm using is actually too large for Windows to format with the FAT32 file storage system, and that's very, very important. If you have it set up for like NTFS or something else, your card won't recognize it, and it won't save any Sentry Mode videos to your flash drive. So, and you have to have a flash drive for Sentry Mode to really be useful. So the very first thing I would do is download this, and then I'll show you guys how to quickly use that. So let's go ahead and open this up, and it is thinking. Now I'll move that back over to the correct window. Here we go. So this is what you should see whenever it opens up. And I have a flash drive here. I know it's this drive F right here. You want to make sure, you want to be very, very sure that to not mess with anything else that you're not trying to, or any other of the other drives on here. You want to only mess with the drive that you're trying to use. So what I'm going to do is just quickly, and this is something you can do if you're not 100% sure, like I am, is you can actually just unplug that drive, and it should say, updating, and then that drive should disappear. When you plug it back in, it should start to update again. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. And the drive, that's how we know that this drive F will be the drive that we want to work on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click this. I'm going to come up here to Format, and then I want to change this partitioning label to say Tesla, and then the file system, we want that to be FAT32. And then I'm going to hit OK. Now we're not completely done here yet. You have to make sure, you just want to make sure to hit this apply button, and then you'll get this note that pops up. Just hit yes, and it's updating the partitioning. Blah blah blah. Hit OK. All right, and now we are done there for the most part. Now let's go ahead and X out of this. We have one more thing left to do. Go ahead, quit program, yes. And that is, let's come down here. Whoa. And this PC, let's hit our drive. We will want to add a folder called Tesla Cam. You don't have to worry about putting anything inside this folder. Your car will dump all of the videos in here. You'll end up with 3 folders, one for like recent clips, one for your Sentry Mode clips, and another one for any clips that you manually save while you're driving. And that's pretty much it. So at this point, you can take your flash drive, and you should be able to add that into your Tesla, and it should work with Sentry Mode. All right, well, thank you guys for watching, and as always, hit that subscribe button below if you like this video and you want to see more content. All right, thank you guys.